Hello, this is Bond of Blood with the Let's Play of Alien Trilogy for the PlayStation. Now, this, as you can tell by the name, is based off of the first 3 movies. Alien Resurrection hasn't come out yet. I think it comes out in a couple years from this point. I got this when it originally came out, when I was a kid, because I was a big fan of the Alien franchise. And I've been a big fan of it ever since then, so I decided, why not make a Let's Play of it, since I enjoyed the game so much as a child. The opening video will start up soon, so I will stop talking.
Burke, we've lost contact with the colony on LV-426. Take Gorman and his team to investigate. We don't want anyone to learn that the company has deliberately infected colonists in order to smuggle alien specimens past ICC quarantine.
Yes, sir.
It's imperative that you get Ripley to trust you. She's familiar with the xenomorph, and we may need her help to bring one out alive.
Understood.
All right, understand this. The Bioweapons Division had orders to eliminate anyone who attempts to interfere. Obviously, they won't be aware of your team's mission.
Good luck, Ripley.
Accessing computer system. Security codes. We're in. Stay frosty, people.
Wasn't that just the most badass thing you've ever seen? To be fair, the graphics are actually fairly good for that time period. I do find it hilarious though when it's spelling out alien and it looks all cool and all of a sudden it says alien TM. Anyways, we'll be playing this on Raging Terror difficulty. Acid Rain is way too easy, and Xenomania, the enemies will infinitely respawn. So that is a total pain. Let's check the controller, make sure it's the good ones. Yeah. Because for some reason this game likes changing the controls randomly. So we start the game. Now, this is a first-person shooter similar to Doom in the aspect that it uses a 3D environment, but it uses 2D sprites. Now, the problem with that is that it makes it so any weapon that has a rapid fire or fires multiple shots will pass right through the sprite since it's a 2D object. Unfortunately, there's several weapons in this game that act like that. You counter these facehuggers first, opposed to any like large creature, which is good, because the handgun is completely useless. As you can kill these facehuggers fairly easy, but anything else it cannot kill. Like a normal alien takes around 70 rounds, which is ridiculous. And the item I picked over there in the other room was the auto mapper. This. Which lets you see around the level. Sometimes it's helpful because it will show a secret area where boxes are remaining. But I pretty much never use it. I also got the shotgun, which lets me break these barrels. But I will shoot this box here first because there's a facehugger in it. And then the adult alien will appear right now. And instead of breaking the barrels and fighting him head on, why not just fight from here? And then break them. If your timing's really, really good, you can kill them with those barrels, but why bother? Because there's 2 more right here. The sprite work is pretty good. When you see them from the front, they don't look super great. But from the side, which is kind of rare, they do look pretty nice. Now, I'm not gonna break most of these boxes because they have face huggers in them. I don't think this one does. Oh, I'm wrong. Back here. This one I think just has ammo. Alright. These all do, so I'm not even gonna bother breaking them. The shotgun ends up being the main staple for the first chunk of the game, like the first like 7 or 8 levels. Because its ammo's common, it fires decently well, it can damage the big aliens pretty well, it kills them in around 4 shots. 4, see? And kills facehuggers in 1. It can hold a maximum of 100 shells, which is good, and there'll be pretty much almost never a time where you'll run out of ammo for the shotgun. Now, in this level, there's a secret room that has the flamethrower, which is an okay, but then also really terrible weapon. It's good because you can kill them pretty fast with it. It's bad because at the same time, it burns its ammo fast if you hold the trigger down. And since they're 2D sprites, it just wastes tons of it. So you have to be kind of like picky with it and like just constantly tap the button, which can get annoying. Now, kind of an interesting fact, around the time this game was coming out, Fox wanted to do a Saturday morning cartoon with aliens in it. Now, before the cartoon was officially greenlit, they got the toy company Kenner to make a bunch of toys based off of the characters from the show, which it had the original people from Aliens, even though they should have all like been dead at that point. So it had Apone, it had Hicks, it had Bishop, it had Drake. I'm not sure about Vasquez. It had Ripley too. And they made a bunch of other alien designs that had nothing to do with the movies. Like they had a gorilla alien, a crab alien, a snake alien, a flying queen alien, and a bunch of other crazy stuff. Now these toys were put on the shelves even though Fox decided to pull the cartoon and never air it. And I'm assuming the reason why they didn't air it is because they figured it would be too graphic for kids, even though if you can actually look up information about it if you go on like Google or something and type in unaired like Aliens cartoon, and you can see a few screen caps. And it actually looked like a fairly fun show. Like, it was zany looking, like it had Apone with a giant robot fist punching an alien in the face, and like the alien like had like did like that rubber thing that cartoons do, and it looked funny. It looked like it took aliens and made it kind of like a light situation, which is fun. I like that. But they never aired it. The problem was, Kenner already made all of those toys and merchandise. Oh, this thing right here is a hyper pack. And what it does, it makes you take no damage. So I'm just gonna try to run past. Okay, fine. I was gonna try to run past it. I'm not run past this one. And just run over here into this area full of steam. Because normally you get hurt. Since I got hyper on, I take no damage. So I'm just gonna quickly go here before my hyper runs out. Kill the crap out of this one. And go into this room. Now, back to what I was saying. Kenner already made all of these toys. They made puzzles and other stuff for that show, which was going to be called Operation Aliens. Now, since they already made all that stuff, they're like, well, we're not going to just like put it in a storeroom and be at a loss. They decided to sell it anyway. But they didn't put it under the name Operation Aliens, they just called it Aliens. You probably, as a kid, if you're my age, seen the not the cartoons, the commercials for it. Which they also had Predator toys too. Which I'm figuring there's probably going to be Predators in the show maybe at one point. Now this level right here, I'll get back to the Kenner Alien story in a second. If you do well enough in certain missions, it takes you to a bonus level, which lets you rearm yourself. I always, in this level, take the left path because you get a bunch of flamethrower ammo. And at the very end, you get a really good item that gives you 200 health, the Adrenaline Burst. Which kind of makes the derm patches I got in the other levels pointless, because it just negates that and just raises it up. Anyways. So, they released the toys to the stores, and kids got them. Which I did. I have a ton of them. And I still do. Which they're pretty cool toys. Like, instead of just having the normal warrior alien and stuff, they have like all the wacky ones. Like the crab alien, the mantis alien, the night cougar alien, the wild boar alien, a bunch of other crazy crap. So they just sold those toys even though the show never came out. And most people don't realize that those toys were supposed to be for the show. I didn't as a kid. I never knew there was going to be an alien cartoon. I would have loved that. I love the movies enough. So that's the origin of the Kenner Alien figurines. Because there was once going to be an Alien cartoon series. Now I just got an acid vest, which armor in this game acts just like health. Is instead of me having like, oh, resist damage or something like that, I just have a bunch of health. I have 305 health. Now right here is a secret room, but I can never figure out how to make it activate. Sometimes it just does. And in that secret room, there's an alien, and there's a few things of ammo. I'm actually gonna I'll just run through it. It only took 5 damage. Because I wanted to get the shoulder lamp. Now the good thing about the shoulder lamp, it brightens everything up, which as you can see in this game, it's pretty dark. It's a little bit darker from the recording. The problem with the shoulder lamp, there's 2 things wrong with it. A, they don't carry over into the next level. So if you have a shoulder lamp and you don't use it, it just becomes a waste. The second problem is that it makes it look like you're swimming in a world of piss, which is fantastic. Now the 2 aliens down there that I just killed, as you notice, they only died in 2 shots. God damn it. Which every other alien dies 4. I don't get why they die so easily. I think maybe because it's such a cramped area, they don't want you just getting killed off. But there's areas later that are way cramper, and they throw a ton of aliens at you. So I don't know about that. Like that one. He took the normal, like, 4 shots. Now, some more history about aliens and me. When I was a kid, my dad showed me the original Alien movie. I was probably maybe like 5, which is probably way too young for me to see that movie, which really pissed off my mom. But I thought it was an awesome movie, because I always liked stuff like that. I liked monsters and so on and so forth. So other kids had G.I. Joes, and I had those Alien figurines. Later on, I saw Aliens, which I liked more because instead of just being scary, it had like action in it, and guns and explosions and other cool stuff like that, which is really cool. Now, when I was a little bit older, my dad rented from the video store Alien 3, which kind of makes me feel super old. It's like, where is their video store now? And when it got to the scene where Newt, spoiler alerts, was being cut open for an autopsy, I couldn't handle that as a kid for some reason. I think maybe it was another kid getting, like, butchered, essentially. Even though the kid was already dead, it just bothered me. So I stopped watching. It was probably until, like, maybe another year later, I tried watching that movie again. And when I finally did watch the movie, I really, really, really hated it. I thought it was incredibly stupid. I thought the plot was dumb. It's like, for some reason, they killed off all the cool characters. They got rid of Hicks for no reason. They got rid of Bishop. They got rid of Newt. They put Ripley on some stupid prison planet with a bunch of unlikable characters. They're all, like, criminals, like, really bad ones. Why would I care if they die? Which makes no fucking sense. There was only one alien again. Damn it, get back here. I'm gonna let you go, there you go. There was a ton of really awful CGI. Like, instead of having, like, a ton of practical effects, like, all the other 2 movies were all practical effects. Very impressive practical effects, by the way. Especially since it was 1986 when Aliens came out. And the effects of that movie look better than most modern-day movies. But they put awful, awful CGI. The alien was like a dark... Oh, these are chest busters, by the way. They're easy to kill, but they run like fucking crazy. And they're really hard to hit. Anyways. The alien was like a dark reddish color. It came from a dog in, I think, the theatrical version, and in the uncut version, the director's cut, it came out of a bull, a dead bull, which makes no sense because it has to be a living host. Otherwise, it can't support life, which is incredibly stupid. They should have just ended at Aliens. It was fine where it was. And I'm severely running out of bullets here. Switch to flamethrower. So anyways. See, you just gotta kind of tap it instead of holding the button down. Otherwise, you just spray ammo and waste it. You also gotta stay away because for some reason flamethrower makes acid fling everywhere. And I love how, like, the door doesn't match the light at all. It's like, oh, it's dark blue and flickering. Oh, it's a perfectly normal door. And it just went up through the ceiling right there, if you saw. Oh, it's not flickering in red in here. It's weird. Normally it is. Whatever. So anyways, they put really awful CGI where they colored it, instead of the dark red like it was supposed to be, it was a bizarre greenish color which didn't fit at all. Now these enemies, as you can see, the normal human ones, are only doing a single damage to me. Now the reason why I think they only do 1 damage is because I think the damage tables for you, as in you shooting enemies, is a low number. Like say this pistol does 1 damage, so they only do 1 damage to me. And like say the alien has some number of health, which I'm not gonna open this because why bother? As you see, he's just hindered by this glass, which good for him. It makes it easy for me. Same thing in here, which it has the auto mapper, which why would you even need that at this point? Since you should be done with the level. And if you did it right, it opens up the secret room here, which gives another shotgun, a pulse rifle, and armor. Which a pulse rifle is a great weapon. Tons of ammo for it, shoots quick, does good damage. Problem with it, it shoots 3 bullets at a time. Enemies can only be hit by 1 because of the 2D sprite animation. If there's enemies in a row, it will hit through all of them. It does piercing. But if there isn't, it just wastes 2 rounds per shot, which sucks. Like that. Actually, let me switch to a different gun. There's some grenades. Oh yeah, another pulse rifle. Oh no, ooh, shoulder lamp. That was a boon right there. Oh, some charges. Another fucking shoulder lamp. Rad. Oh yeah. Another 9mm. Now true power. I don't get why it gives you all this pistol ammo. Open. There's no point to the pistol ammo at all, because if you run out of bullets for all your other guns and only have the pistol, it has infinite bullets. So there's no point. There's one point in Alien 3 where they meant to put in CGI, but instead of doing that, they left the trail of like the marker of like where they meant to put the CGI, but they didn't put it in. So it just does this black blur. This flies across the screen like an idiot. I was like, oh, way to go. They really gave a shit about that movie. Oh, wait. No. No, they didn't. As you see, I hit both of those guys with that one shot, which is cool. The thing that sucks about this level, the mission is to destroy aliens inside of boxes, so I have no choice but to let all these stupid facehuggers out, which is just fucking wonderful. And that's a good trick right there, just killing them with the barrel. Now, after the catastrophe of Alien 3, which is unbelievably awful, the video game for the Genesis was actually kind of good. Damn it. But the movie was terrible. They made Alien Resurrection. Which honestly, it's not that bad. I mean, you know, it's no Aliens or Alien, nowhere near as good. But it's not as bad as Alien 3. Is it needed? Not really. It's not super bad. This right here, there's a secret where you can get this to open. I can also never figure out how. Like, sometimes it does, but I don't know what I did. Now, Alien Resurrection apparently was supposed to be a lot better than it was. But the script apparently was, really overwritten when it was taken from Joss Whedon. The executive from Fox rewrote a lot of the script and changed stuff. I guess to make it more marketable? But it's not like how it was originally supposed to be, which is supposed to be a much better movie, I guess. We'll never know, because that was never made. Who knows, it could have been an even worse movie. But there was some stupid parts about that movie that made no sense at all. So anyone who had any knowledge about the Alien series collectively facepalmed, where it's like, we're trying to bring back Ripley so we can get the alien. Which, there's a flaw in that logic right there. An alien inside of you is not part of your DNA, so if they cloned Ripley to get the alien, they would just clone Ripley. That would do nothing, except just make a Ripley. But somehow, the alien is part of your DNA when it's in you, which is already horseshit. Because no it isn't. It's like saying if you had some kind of parasite in your body, like a worm, that the worm is part of your DNA. It's not part of your DNA. That's what a parasite is. So, by doing that experiment, they managed to get the alien out of her, but it was still kind of fused with human DNA. And Ripley, and it made like an alien-human hybrid, kind of, somehow. Alright, I guess I already got the alien. Shit. Now later on, the alien queen gives live birth, which that makes sense. Oh wait, no, it doesn't. Come on, there you go. And it makes the newborn alien. Okay, before I go on, there's a point right here. Sometimes the alien would do this weird lunge bite attack, but it only does it like here. Let's see if I can get it to do it. Right there. That's the move. It does like the second set of Jaws bite attack, but for some reason it only does it like right there. If we ever see it again in this Let's Play, that would be super weird, because it just never happens, except at that one point. And now that activates a thing way back here. Right? Okay. Yeah, I'm right. And that makes another lift go down, but it's not useful. So I'm not even gonna bother with it. So, I don't get how it would be an alien-human hybrid when aliens are already hybrid. Like, all the aliens I've just been fighting this entire game, the big ones, are alien-human hybrids, because they get half of their chromosomes from whatever their host was. So why would the newborn alien ever exist? It's already an adult alien is already a human hybrid if it came from a human. Like, if it came from a dog, it's a dog alien hybrid. So what? How does that make any sense? It's double hybrid, because that sounds cool. We haven't seen the original movies. We're fucking idiots. Even though we own the damn series. So that was the stupidest part about that movie, was the hybrid shit. Because they're already fucking hybrids. But now they're double hybrids. Whatever. It's incredibly stupid. It sounds like a 14-year-old wrote it. Because they thought it sounded cool, and then you put a Metallica soundtrack over it, because that's what's hip or something. The Alien Resurrection game is actually pretty good, though. Just like with Alien 3 being an absolutely abysmal movie, but having a pretty fun Genesis game. Oh, this is like the best rearm. Oh wait, no, never mind. This is like the shitty one. The next one is the really good one. Switch to charges. I don't give a crap about those. They're really hard to use as an actual weapon. As an acid vest. I need some more pulse rifle. I don't need the grenades. There we go. Now let's go back and get the grenades over here, so it's not a waste. There they are.
All personnel must evacuate immediately.
The Alien Resurrection game was pretty damn good. It's also for the PlayStation, clearly made after this one, because this is for the first 3 movies. And it's also a first-person shooter, but they had 3D enemies as well, so you can continuously shoot them. It was a much, much harder game. It's not forgiving with really anything. Now this is probably one of the hardest levels in the game, because like, as you can see, right when it starts out, it throws a million damn aliens at you. And these things, if you shoot them, start shooting out steam, which hurts pretty bad. Should be another alien up here. No, the space huggers. Should be one behind me, because that's what they do. They're not hurt by steam or fire jets, which is stupid. Because there's no, like, friendly fire in this game. Now, right around the corner right here, there's a synthetic. And he has a smart gun. He shoots 10 billion bullets a second. But, even though he shoots 10 billion bullets a second to it, it does 1 damage. Now, he has like a million billion health. So I never fight the synthetics by shooting them. I just throw a grenade or a seismic charge at them. Kills them instant. Why waste the ammo? Is there another one? No. There's a secret room right here, though. I think it just has like shotgun ammo. Oh no, it's flamethrower ammo too. Control that. Now that activates a lift that's right where those boxes were. Right here. Now when I hit this, these 2 walls will drop down and release aliens, which is fantastic. But there's a hyper pack this way. So if I can run and grab it really quick, I won't get hurt at all. See? Is there anything over here? Yeah, charges. And I'll just go on this lift. And oh, one of them came with me. There we are. Run through the steams, can't get hurt. Kill the crap out of this guy. Charge. Charge. It's a million more aliens. Like, pretty much most of the stuff in this level is just a death trap. Like, you do get a pulse rifle magazine, but they just throw so many enemies at you in this level. And later on, there's gonna be a ton of just death pits. If you fall, you die instantly, you have to start all over. Now, the goal is to kill synthetics, and there's one over there. He can't hit you. But if I throw a charge, normally it won't hit him. But there's a trick, where if you do the sprint, and you throw, you'll fling it super far. You can kill enemies with the charges pretty well with that. Now, there's a weird... Okay, see. You can actually look up in this game like that. And it's almost never useful, except like it's useful here and like maybe one other time. You can look down too. How do you... I don't remember how to do it though. But that's even more useless. I do really like the level design of this game. All the levels, as you can see, are pretty unique looking. They have similar aspects like in any game, but they all look pretty cool. They also have some really cool music, which if you actually own the game, like the PlayStation version, I'm not sure if you could do it with the Sega Saturn version. Oh shit, I'm almost out of ammo for that. You can put the CD in your computer and you can rip the songs directly from it. And it has all the soundtrack on it, which is really cool. Now, down here, there's flame jets. Now, let's see if I can hit them. Damn it. Right. You would think, oh, if I just dodge those flame jets down there, then I won't take any damage. No. If you even touch the floor, you get hurt. Crap. So if I can hit this one. Yes. You get hurt. And it looks like, this is where Luke fought Darth Vader down there, and Han is in Carbonite somewhere. Oh, he fell. There you go. There you're dead. There's another... Wait, what? Okay, there's normally just one that comes from there. Now, going this way is totally pointless. There's like one magazine, and you're going to take a ton of damage. But right down here, there's armor, and it's worth getting, because if you sprint, you normally gain more armor. Like, I had 55, I have 85 now, so I did gain from that. There's some ammo to the left, but it's not worth going for, because if you mess up even a little bit and fall, you die instantly. There's no, like, oh, you take some damage. No, you're just straight up dead. So it's very sadistic, this part of the level. Now, right down here, off of this ledge, you can actually fall down there and not die. There's, like, a pack of seismic survey charges and a medikit. That's it. This is the only ledge you can fall off of and you'll be fine. I found that out by accident. It's completely ridiculous. In this area, even though you want to back away from aliens normally, I actually say just take the hits. Because if you back away and you're next to a ledge, you'll fall off. And I've done that before, where I've just like fallen off the ledge and died. Because I was backing away. So at the most, do tiny circles like this around enemies in this level, but do not full on do backpedaling. I know I'm doing it right now, but I know there's no ledge behind me. Damn it. Oh, great. You know, I had a shoulder lamp this whole time and I forgot all about it. There's another adrenaline burst. Now, this level when I was a kid was always kind of a roadblock because it's super hard. As you can see, they just throw everything out at you. But the worst, when I was young and I finally got to the end of the level right here, I'm like, oh yes, this pit right here, I've fallen off of and died. I was so damn angry when I was a kid. This was on the Sega Saturn version, because I had that before I had a PlayStation. There's only a few differences between the Sega Saturn version and the PlayStation. One being, it's darker in the PlayStation version, and they added shoulder lamps. Now this is the best pickup level. They only give you 30 seconds, but it's super straightforward. Just run this way, run that way, grab the armor,
Emergency.
which gives you 200 armor.
All personnel
Grab
must
that.
evacuate immediately.
Grab the shotgun, and then this sprint all the way back. Let's see if we can make it. It doesn't matter. Nothing happens if you don't make the time limit. Now this level is legitimately pretty damn creepy. It's going to be kind of hard to see in the video, but it's like the cocoon stage when they were in Aliens, when all the Marines went in, and it's like the big hive and has the corpses on the walls. It's like that. I always fire every single time. And they're like, oh, this game hasn't been super scary, and then, boom! Dark as hell freaking alien just rushes you right when the door opens. Fantastic. Fortunately, he was an idiot and didn't do anything. There's also the corpses on the wall, and they actually follow you as you look around them, which is also creepy. And if you wait too long, a chestbuster comes out, and you have to kill them. This level also is good to aim up. As you can see, there's this jackass up here. Now the aliens on the ceiling cannot hurt you. Let's see if I can. There we go. Now he can't hit me. There, now he's dead. Boom. Boom. Now, the reason why I think the aliens on the ceiling can't hurt you is because they forgot to program in the attack. But there is an attack animation. And I know this because if you play this on Xenomania, the aliens will respawn. But instead of respawning like, you know, just randomly somewhere, they respawn directly from the body. Now, when you kill the aliens from the ceiling, like the one I just did right here, he will respawn directly from this corpse. But since he's on the ceiling, he doesn't respawn like on top of the floor or on the ceiling originally. He'll respawn underneath the floor. And he'll look like a mass of pixels, like on the surface, like a missing node from Pokemon. You can still kill him though. If you shoot like a grenade or a charge at the floor, he'll die, and he'll be in this pose where it looks like he's holding onto the ceiling with one hand, and his other hand is reaching down, like to claw at you. That is the original attack animation. They just never implemented it. Why? Because they're incompetent. That's why. I'll show that off in another video. Like where I'll show some of the glitches I found out. There's another weird one that has to do with the upside down aliens, except instead of turning into that, it turns into something weird, like really bizarre. I'll show you later. It's in the third section of the game, so it's not for a long time. I gotta kill this other friggin' alien on the ceiling. You can kill them with charges too, but I'm just gonna shoot them with bullets because I don't want to waste the charges. No, I don't have shoulder lamp. The music in this level is freaking creepy as hell too. It's just missing like crazy right there. There's an alien right here. Yep. I got him with that one. See, I don't know where that facehugger comes from. Because, like, he just magically appears. The bodies on the wall also say help me in like a really creepy, almost guttural way. Which, he said it right there. We'll see, if you can't hear it, I'll put that in another video too, or I'll boost the audio. Which, there's still a lot of really nice design things. There's some stupid crap, like I just mentioned. But then there's nice design stuff, like look at the, if you could see on the ceiling, there's blood and stuff. It has a nice kind of hivey looking texture. Like, the graphics are pretty good for the time. And then Aeon just rushes out of the darkness right there. I have a shoulder lamp? Damn it, I don't. Should be another Aeon that just rushes at you. Yup, right there. Should be another one that rushes at me right here, as a matter of fact. Yup, right there. And there should be a fourth that rushes at me right here. Oh, and a fifth. And pretty accurate with those. There's one great thing about grenades. They're super fast, instant kill. And they're not super uncommon. So it's like, I can fire them pretty leisurely and not have to really worry about it. Alright. Nope, no shoulder lamp. And there's an alien that appears right in there, and let's just ignore him. Now this is the Queen level, and you're thinking like, wow, you're already at the end of the game? You're fighting the Queen. There's 3 Queens in this game. You fight one in the colony, you fight one in the next section, which is the prison, and then the last, which is the bone ship. And I'm gonna waste pulsar bullets. Yep. I always found this song to be like really, really cool. Like a really crazy like techno song. Now what I always do when I fight the queens is I always destroy all the eggs and any of the loose facehuggers, so they don't get in my way. Now see, she's right there, but she will not attack you as long as you don't actually shoot her. If you get close, she does like a roar to you, which I'll do right now just so you can see it. Like that. But I don't think she'll ever attack as long as you don't shoot her. Otherwise she just keeps spinning around with you, but she always has to face you. I guess they never made a sprite for her back. But I'll see if you can actually just like touch her and she'll attack you. I'll go up and touch her right now, see what happens. Oh, there's an egg I missed. Nope. So what I like to do is just throw charges at her. Now those 8 billion charges that you have are finally useful. So I like to hold her back with the flamethrower or any other gun. and then throw charges. Because they do a ton of damage. Oh, shotgun. I don't get why she's not like the color she is in the movie, where she's that deep gray. She's like this weird, almost coppery color. She's actually taken a lot more punishment than normal, which is weird. I've normally downed her pretty quick by this point. There we go. Right when I complain. I should have shot some more grenades at her because there was a pack of grenades right here. Because they're always in multiples of 5, so if I see one and I'm not at that point, I just shoot a bunch. I shoot 5, so I get a full pickup. Now, they're going to start up a new movie right here. They do an ending cutscene for each section. Now, something I want you to pay attention to. Ripley's going to do an animation where she's holding her head, like bracing for an explosion. But she starts way before the explosion happens. Watch it. Alright, I'll be back.
The dropship has been destroyed, taking the atmospheric processor's cooling system with it. The planet is going to blow.
I've detected the colonist PDTs in the detention block. I want to check for survivors.
Okay, the detention block has its own satellite dish. I can use it to remote pilot down the Sulaco's of the dropship. We don't have much time.